All right, everybody, I'm gonna do a quick video since I have not done one in a week, which is kind of bad, but I've been pretty busy. I figured I'd do a quick one on this one and then show you guys some of the carnage that has come in this week. This is a 2005 Nissan Xterra, and the reason I'm doing a video on this one is it's got a 6-speed manual transmission, which I thought was pretty rare. And also, this thing has 308,000 miles, and it does still run and drive. Not very good. I mean, I would definitely not take it on the road because I could only get it into second gear because the motor is so weak. But the body on this is actually really good shape. The side's really good except for the fender. The fender's got damage. The rims are good. The passenger side is also pretty good shape. This fender here has got some damage on it. And the rear door and rear quarter panel have been resprayed and they do have some body filler in them. Someone might still use them, but I don't know. Back hatch is pretty good. Interior, it's been sitting a while, so it's got some, smells a little bit moldy. Got the 6-speed there. Manual air conditioning. Doesn't have automatic AC, which I don't know if the 05's had it or not. This has got the 4.0. This is 2-wheel drive. Let's see if I can pop this hood with one hand. Oh, there it goes. It's got the 4.0 V6. It runs, like I said, I did drive it, but it runs pretty bad. Sounds like and feels like the exhaust is like completely clogged up. It has no power at all. I did inventory this vehicle. We're probably gonna put it out in the yard, sell some body parts off of it. The motor and transmission are for sale, but they're gonna be for core, mainly because of the mileage. Good rebuilders, or you could take a chance and put them in a vehicle, but that's your choice. And then here's some carnage that came in this week. This is a 2008 Chevy Cobalt LT. From the looks of it, they probably rear-ended somebody. Probably a truck that sat up a whole lot higher than this car, so it kind of drove underneath it. And how it probably caught fire is this is the upper radiator support that got pushed back over the motor, which in turn ripped the fuel rail off the motor. And everybody knows fuel and hot exhaust does not mix. So that probably is what set this on fire. But this I consider is a pretty hard hit. Mainly when a car gets hit in the front, it hits this subframe, and when it hits the subframe, it stops it, and that absorbs most of the impact. Well, whatever they hit went up and over that, pushed the subframe down, and got into your inner structure, which then got pushed into your A-pillar. And the forces went up the A-pillar, kinked it here, and kept going, and buckled the roof and the back, what would be considered the B-pillar, but this is a coupe, so be the top of the quarter panel. And the forces went so far as to buckle the passenger as well. So when it hits hard enough to buckle the passenger side of the vehicle, that's a pretty good hit. And I don't know if you can tell it on the camera or not, but there's also a buckle right here. So that was a pretty good hit on this. This car here, we're probably gonna crush it. We really needed the motor, but obviously the motor is toast. I cannot get mileage on it. We don't really need the transmission anyway. I am going to check and see if we need the deck lid. I do not think we have a deck lid with a wing, so we might see if we need that. That'd probably be the only thing we'll pull off of this if we need it. Another one that came in is this 2015 Nissan Xterra. It is tore up pretty bad. There's only one good body panel, and that's the passenger front door. This has got quite a bit of damage. It was hit in the front and on the side and on the rear. I'm not exactly sure what all it hit. I do know that that mark right there and this mark right here, those are guardrails. The metal guardrails, that's that right there. And it continues on to marks right through here. So this probably happened on the interstate. And judging by the tires, how it has no tread, it was probably raining, which is pretty much the main common factor of vehicles getting in accidents is bad tread, rains, and then they hydroplane. I can't tell you how many trucks come in here that have been rolled over or slammed into trees, and they look at the tires and they're completely bald and they wonder why they wreck. Drives me nuts. Anyway, the transmission is broke on this. Whatever they hit over here in the front corner drove something sharp into the transmission. I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's a big hole in the transmission, so it is no good. But you still have a motor. You got a lot of good stuff left on here. Door mirrors, you got the door, you got wheels, hubcaps, you got a tail light on the deck lid. Someone might use that headlight. It does have a broken tab. Some people will fix them. I don't know. It's up to them, I guess. Pretty much all the airbags blew in this thing. I don't think the passenger bag blew. I'm wrong, it did. The roof bag did not blow. Seat bag blew, driver bag blew, passenger bag blew, roof bag on the driver's side blew. But we'll inventory this one for parts. It does still have quite a bit of good parts left on it. So we'll go ahead and keep this one. Another one that came in that looked like a pretty good hit was this Mercedes. This one just showed up this morning. And they dead centered a pole. So that is a pretty good hit there. It ain't that bad, honestly. I mean, it's a hard hit. It totaled the car, but as far as, you know, carnage, it's not too bad. And this is a 2002 Mercedes-Benz C320 station wagon. So we'll keep that one, sell a few parts off of it. I think the oil sticker on that one said like 181,000 miles. But check this thing out. This is a 2017 Ford E-Series, probably E450, I think is what they use these. This sucker took a hit. That was a hard hit. I don't know if the motor is any good. I don't know if the transmission is any good. If I had to guess, I think the head or the block is broke on this, but we don't know until we get it out. This is the radiator support. This is the firewall. I mean, that's just about touching. That's a hard hit. And then for it to buckle the door just about in half, and then push the roof up and wrap around the mom's attic on the box. That is a hard hit. I mean, look how close the dash is to the seat. We do get some of these in every once in a while, and sad thing is they're tore up really bad. We had one that was just like this one. I think it was a 15 model that came in. It got hit so hard in the front, it was buckled the roof just like that one. It broke the motor. It broke the transmission in half. And the force of the impact was so strong, the rear axle, the tube on the rear axle rotated in the axle housing. The actual center carrier, it rotated in it. It broke the center pin and rotated it. It was insane. But we get a few of those in every once in a while. And the last one that was wreck that came in this week was this one over here. It's a 95 Ford F-150. This one here is not too bad of a hit. I mean, it did total the truck. The frame is bent, so it's pretty screwed. The door barely opens. I mean, you can tell the way the gap is between the cab and the bed. It's pretty destroyed. The bed came up and smacked the back of the cab. So, but this one here had 248,000 miles on it. Still ran, fired right up. So we'll inventory that one. But those were a few that came in today that was just annihilated. I guess I'll try and get some more videos for you guys. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one.